Hey everyone, it's me. Looking like a dork. I don't know. I don't like the way my hair looks up always. So, but anyways, I'm gonna try not to get too deviated from the point of this video. See, I had made another video about this. It was like 45 minutes long. And I just didn't feel right about it. Like, I don't know. I felt like I might have accidentally said something insulting to somebody. I listened to it. It didn't seem like it, but I just didn't want to accidentally offend anyone. I don't know. I'm going to be making dinner in a little bit here. I've got my Yule yellow coconut curry. This is the one with the raisins, which is actually surprisingly good. I had the last of the macaroni and cheese this morning. Best vegan macaroni and cheese in the world. Okay, so anyways, I just did some squats. I was cleaning the kitchen. Yeah, just cleaned my shelf and dusted off all that stuff. I'm so tired of dust. I want to live somewhere where there's very little dust. when we move from New Mexico, which will happen eventually. Like not in the foreseeable future unless I win the lottery. So I just have my hair up, and this I got from Manic Mama. Go check out her channel. Isn't it cute? And let's see, I don't know, I think I might make a salad with my curry. That won't be vegan. It's gonna have some cheese on it. Yeah, so, okay. Went to the doctor today, and I lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks. It's been going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's all crazy because, like, I don't know, when you're big, and I did this when I had the weight loss surgery too. I would like lose 10 pounds, and then I'd gain 15 pounds in like 2 days, and then I'd lose 20 pounds. It just bloop. So I went to the doctor today. I lost 10 pounds since I started Trulicity, and my blood sugar dropped by 100 points. What else? I don't know. So I guess those are good things, right? Yeah. Because I have a lot of issues with medicines, so finding something that works for me, and this is not like, oh, I'm a victim, oh, poor me, excuses. So far everything I've tried just doesn't work, and this seems to actually be working. The first day I tried it, I was really depressed, but then I got okay, and I've noticed, because I take it on Sundays, so during the week, after I take it, I don't really crave sweets. I eat less. But I have less stomach aches. But I notice that on Sundays, I am like ravenously hungry. So tired. Like my stomach hurts again. And yeah, a little depressed. So I think it has something with the fact that, it's out of my system, and I have to, I'm not going to change the time that I take it. I want to take it at a consistent time every week. So, this Sunday I ate a bunch of food, but it was all like a sweet potato with no dairy. It was I put salt, pepper, some bacon salt, which is vegan, or at least vegetarian, some cheese powder that doesn't have, or nutritional yeast. Actually, the cheese powder does have a little cheese in it, but it's like 5 calories. And then I made another one with ranch seasoning and truffle salt. I had 2 things of Huel. I had this Buddha bowl with Brussels sprouts and tahini sauce, and and also I had pasta with the impossible meat, And yeah, I know I'm eating like I said, I just get ravenously hungry. I also had a chicken teriyaki bowl, but it was impossible meat too. So, you know, lots of veggies in that as well. So I was trying to stick to healthier stuff, lots of veggies, very little dairy. I can't say no dairy because, yeah. So, yeah. And I know this is deviating off the subject, but it isn't at the same time because I'm here to talk about us girls. LOL cows or whatever the heck we're called are girls. Like, okay, with the Ann T and Sass situation, and also somebody, Georgia Peaches, I don't remember, I think it's 2025 or something like that. I don't know what their intentions are, and I mentioned them in another video, but they just keep asking me all these questions, and I think in one video or one comment they called me Catherine, and I'm like, who's Catherine? Other than my aunt, but you know, my middle name is Kay, but not Catherine. Anyways, I don't know. Like I was saying, they asked me several questions about Life with Jen, who I didn't even know existed until after she unfortunately passed away. She was a big girl too. And I know that this person found me on T and Sass's channel, and they had made comments. And like, I don't know if they came over here to troll or intimidate me or what, because they kept on being like, oh, we're coming through your area, and you know, how far are you from Phoenix? And yeah. I don't know, like I said, I told them, I was like, hey, if you go to Facebook and we can talk on there, and you know, we can meet somewhere in public. But they never really responded to those comments, so I think they were trolling or trying to intimidate them, or maybe their intentions were pure. I really don't know, because they never communicated very well. You know, and they asked me about Life with Jen and what I thought about her and her boyfriend, Gene, and this and that. And okay, this is like a short story, because I'm going to try not to make this one 45 minutes. Okay, I watched the videos, and I mean, I don't think we are grown people. Okay, all the girls are grown people. Okay, this bump is bothering me. I don't feel as if Jean is to blame for her death. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a Bart Simpson type situation, like damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is bugging me. Because I can, with the weight loss, it's bugging me. I'm used to being more, and you know, it's funny because people still come on here bashing me, and then it's like, I lost 70 pounds in the last year, okay? Like, I don't know what else you want me to do. I don't really care what you want me to do either, but I just find it hilarious. And the assumptions that these people make too. Oh, man. Oh. Okay, I still got to do that reading hate comment thing. That video. I'm probably going to do that. Josh is fishing right now. We actually had a day. Today is like 60. And then like, it's been in the 30s, and at night, it's, I don't know how the desert does this. At night, it's like 10 degrees. During the day, it's like 50, 60, 40, 50, 60. Okay, I don't, like this week, Thursday and Friday, it's supposed to get down to like 0. 0. Do you know what 0 feels like in the desert? But that's at night. During the day, we're fine. Well, I am, because I grew up in Wisconsin, so like cold doesn't bother me until it gets down that low. So okay. Anyways, I so totally lost track. Man, ADD sucks. I'm medicated, because again, very sensitive to medications, and I'll go into that in a minute. Well, I'll just go into it now. Like, even my doctor knows. She's like, she only wants to have me try one new med at a time, and she wants me to try to do the natural route first if I can, because, you know, we've established a really good connection. Just trying to think if there was another word for it. Connection is the only we conversate. We have a good connection. Like, I know there's another word and it's not coming to my mind, and I'm like looking in the files. Relationship. No. I don't know, whatever. We just talk. And she understands me and I understand her. Like, the last thing, pills are always like a last resort with me, because she has prescribed me pills before that have messed me up. And back years ago, when I used to be in mental hospitals, back in like 2009 and whatnot, when I had my nervous breakdown and all that and left life, checked out of life. So yeah, like, they put me on pills because they were treating me for bipolar, and I'm not bipolar. They gave me Prozac. That was not good. Wellbutrin, lithium. God, there are so many. I've tried trazodone. I've tried clozapine. All of these had very adverse and horrible side effects with me. Like Prozac, I couldn't stop thinking about unaliving my roommate at the time. No, not Larry. This was a roommate I had years and years ago. And I don't know if he's still alive. He was a weird dude, but I liked him. He's kind of annoying, but I liked him. He's the only roommate I could ever live with, like, longer than a few months. Because he was just quiet and he kept to himself, and he was, you know, like, I was quiet and I kept to myself for the most part. But he would bug me because he would leave, like, his milk in his room. And I don't know why that bugged me so much. I mean, that's him getting sick, not me, because I don't drink milk. Very seldomly do I drink milk, unless it's like, I used to get these little almond chocolate milks. I like coconut milk, stuff like that, because real milk makes my stomach hurt. So anyways, rambling, losing the plot. Okay, so pills, bad, ooh. I don't even know where I was going with this. I'm sorry. Oh man, how do you all listen to me? It's been so long since I've just done a vlog, like, for real. And this is why I stick to boxes and stuff, because, like, it's easier to follow my, like, okay. But yeah, we talked, and we, you know, she only wants me to do one pill at a time. So, like, and she's really, myself, as well as her, are very, collectively, we are very concerned about me trying some ADHD medicine, because we're both unsure of what kind of effects it's going to have on me. We were thinking of trying Abilify. I think it was Abilify. But that's not until February, after I know how the Trulicity is going to react with my body. And so far, it's acting well. So that's good. It's having a very positive effect. So we'll see. But the problem is I'm not really super depressed. I just don't, I think the lack of motivation sometimes and all that, it's the ADHD. So, and with the borderline, yeah, okay. So anyways, I'm sorry, it's like 15 minutes. Okay, with the borderline, like, the way I treat it, and the only productive way that I've treated it is through cognitive therapy, retraining my brain. I can't say that word, so I'm not going to try. Just building new tools in my toolbox, how to react to situations. Like, that is the only way I've been able to treat my borderline personality. And let me tell you, not being with a narcissist helps so much. Like, not feeling crazy all the time because of stuff, it helps so much. Like, choosing the people you be around and watching for red flags, setting up healthy boundaries, stuff like that is definitely the best way to go. I mean, now I see, I avoid certain types of people, you know, like, and sometimes I'll walk away from situations without talking to those people, and maybe it's wrong, but like, I feel like sometimes people know what they're doing. I definitely feel like sometimes people know how they're doing, what they're doing, like when they take advantage of you and lie or manipulate or just are unreliable. Like, you know, when you make plans with somebody and they blow you off again and again and again, and they don't call you to let you know, and stuff like that. Or like this one person I was friends with, who introduced me to somebody, and like, she knew that I liked them, and she knew that they liked me, and and then she got mad when we hung out, and then I was like, well, then I won't talk to them. And I found out she was still trying to talk to them, and then she would like ditch me for guys. Cause I'm not saying, like, I'm not a shamer in any way, shape, or form, but she really liked to entertain people, and it was like, a serious relationship is not something I believe she wanted. Maybe I'm wrong. But she still wanted to have clams on people, if that makes sense. And like, so one day, when I went to go read my poem, at the one on my profile page, when you first, if you're not a subscriber, you see, yeah, she was supposed to be there, but she went to go hang out with some dudes instead. And I was just like, you know what? I like this dude. This dude likes me. And this friendship doesn't seem to be worth it. Because she would just call me last minute, stop by, or then she'd want to make plans, and then she would like never show up. So it was kind of like, okay. And then, like, she had also slept with my ex, and then she was still trying to hang out with my ex when we were friends, and that kind of made me feel like, ugh. So yeah, long story short, I chose the dude over her, which is wrong, I guess, maybe, but my borderline told me it was the right decision. And January 1st will be 3 years that we've been married. So, I think I made the right decision. I don't know. Because, I mean, I only had a crush on this dude since, like, I was 19. No, I'm not 19. 21. He was 19. Yeah. 2001, when I lived in Tucumcari the first time. Yeah. And I know I gave a short answer on the Jen thing, but that's all I'm saying is, like, we're grown girls, so we can make our own decisions. Yeah, so sorry. But yeah. Back to the Hatter thing. You know, he used to come into Circle K, and I had the biggest crush on him, and I couldn't even talk to him. And I think if we would have got together back then, it wouldn't have worked, because we were both at a place where we wouldn't have worked. I think we needed to go through the things that we went through in life for things to work. Like, I had to be in a poopy relationship to appreciate a good guy, you know, and I had to go to therapy and get my head right-ish. It's still a mess up there, but it's better. I had to get over my sex addiction. I had to get over other things. So, you know, I had to become a better person. So, I think I would have hurt him if we would have got together back in 2001. So I guess it's good that things went the way it did, I guess. Well, if she would have never slept with my ex, I probably would have never divorced him. So, thank you for that, person. Thank you very much for that. Anyways, so on to the girl world, lolcows, or whatever you want to call it. And it's 21 minutes later. Like I said before, I don't feel as if Jean was really a feeder. I didn't watch enough. I watched a few videos, but from what I got, you know, like, yeah, they have some kind of weird codependent thing going on. But most addicts do. I know when I was with my alcoholic ex, it was a very codependent thing. And he wasn't necessarily a feeder. How do I explain it? Like, when he wanted me to get off his back about his addictions, he would feed my addiction. When he wanted to get into my good graces, you know, and he'd do like dumb stuff. Like, he'd sit there and tell me I was fat and I needed to lose weight and this and that and this and that. But then, like, he'd go and buy me cheesecake. And then he'd get mad at me because I didn't want to eat it. And I remember one time we were living in the car and we were in Denver. And he went to Hardee's with his cousin. And he came back. And he had brought me a piece of cheesecake. Or maybe it was Carl's Jr. Same difference. And I was like crying because he gave it to me. And I was like, you were just telling me I couldn't meet your family because I'm too fat and I need to lose weight and watch what I eat. And then you buy me a freaking piece of cheesecake. And he threw it out the car window. So, I mean, yes, I do believe they had some kind of codependent addict relationship going on. LaBoof. Okay, sorry, my Instagram. Somebody wants to send me a message. Nope. There's only like 2 places I take messages. Ooh. So yeah, and I don't know behind the scenes if maybe that had something like that going. Like, oh baby, if you let me get vodka tonight, you can get McDonald's. You know, it's not a feeder relationship, and I don't feel like he's responsible because she can say no. You know, like, he's not forcing her, I don't believe. But he's also not stopping her, which, like I said, that's a Bart Simpson thing there. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, so now I'm kind of on a straight line. Okay, so my damned if you do, damned if you don't. Look, I'm going to use 2 girls as an example, okay? And I mean no offense to either of these girls because I do not live their lives. I just know what I see online. Okay. So, Amberlynn. Everyone is accusing Feline of being a feeder or being an enabler, this and that. Okay, because she doesn't tell Amberlynn what to do. She doesn't make Amberlynn do this. She doesn't make Amberlynn do that. Okay, 1, you cannot make a grown-ass adult do anything. Okay. And 2, that's not her mama. And That's not her data. You know, and it's true. You cannot make a grown adult do anything. You can ask them, you can suggest it, but then we have the other side of the coin there. When Sala, I hope I said that right, asked Chantel to eat better and walk more and stuff like that. Oh, the reaction channels. Oh, he doesn't really love her and this and that. Like, okay, like, so this is this and this and that. He's doing what y'all are trying to tell Amberlynn or Feline to do with Amberlynn, trying to get her to live a healthier lifestyle, and y'all are saying it's abuse, it's abuse. But this one, she accepts it for who she is and all that. And I'm not saying he doesn't either. Okay, don't twist that. But they're both. Poop is talked about both of them. Like, and they're both abusive relationships, and okay, that's what it does. It makes my head spin. Like, so what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Like, what is the happy medium here? Like, there is nothing you will ever do to make these people happy. These hater channels like T and Sass. You know, it is so funny. She tried to make a hate video about me, and it was not offensive at all. It's like, okay, so you're showing my videos. She's like, I'm showing people who you really are. You're showing videos that I've posted online and just adding some lame commentary. Like, okay. You know, and I'm just like, sorry. Oh, okay. But yeah, like, there's no happy medium. And, you know, I don't get it. These people will never, ever be happy. That is one thing to remember. If you're a hater and you're watching this, you know, whatever, go do what you want. And to the girls, and what is an LOL cow even? But to the girls, you know, just, you can feed into it for views, or you can ignore it. Because people like this, I've learned in my life, there's nothing you can do to please them. And most of the time, I either talk back or I just ignore them. That is something I had learned with my ex. Like, there were times when I was like feeling feisty, and I would fact back, you know, like when he'd say dumb shit to me. Oh, you could leave me, but I don't see a line of men waiting to be with you. And I'd be like, wait a minute, like, have you not seen my Twitter? Have you not? Do you not realize that I get paid? Men pay me to talk to them. Like, I've had men that have been calling me for like 12 years. But yeah, there's no line of men waiting to talk to me. they're, you know, nobody wants me. Yeah. Okay. But actually, and I'm gonna say another thing. Like, even my mother-in-law knows this. Like, I've said this to her, because she goes, what made you finally realize, like, gave you the self-esteem to leave your ex? And I told her it was the eggs work, the SW. I told her it was that, because I realized all the stuff he was saying to me. And this is what I'm trying to convey. All the stuff they're saying to you is just out their butts. It really is. Like, they're miserable about something in their lives. They want to feel better. Most of them don't even have profile pictures. It's like, and they want to bring you down because they do not like that you're confident. They do not like that you're yourself. They don't like that you're brave enough to come on here and be yourself on camera. You know, like, And none of them are perfect. They act like they are. They want to pick and prod, and they want to be like, oh, examine everything under a magnifying lens. But I bet they're cheating on their significant others, or they fart like, the worst farts ever, or they've got something. They don't brush their teeth, they pick their nose in the car. I don't know. They've got something. Or maybe, speaking of, I'm so congested today, this weather. Okay, they've got something that's bugging them. So they come on here, and this is 30 minutes, but I made sure that I didn't offend anyone. I hope. If I did, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. They've got something that they feel self-conscious about, so they need to, and then there's the ones that make money off of it. Honestly, I'm gonna offend y'all. It's pathetic, but hey, you do you, and I know, like, I used to be friends with Karina, and I do watch her channel because she isn't insulting too much. She jumps to a lot of conclusions, and it's just funny because, like, I've known her since she was a little makeup channel with like a couple hundred subscribers at the most, back in the day. And now, like, because people came after her, and now she doesn't show her face, she doesn't, any of that. She couldn't handle the heat. I'm jumping to my conclusion. She couldn't handle the heat. She couldn't handle what she was dishing out. So she decided to be like, okay. Now she just does these clip videos, and, like, jumps to conclusions, and she makes it sound like she's perfect. Like, she's never done anything, and not everybody has the same personality type. When she talks about this or that, like, I still mention my ex. Of course, I was with him for 18 years. And it is a very pivotal part of my life, like a giant chunk of my life. And also, I'm still healing from things. I am very much still healing with things. And I am so thankful that Josh is understanding and not like a perfect person. Like, oh, you talk about your ex. Like, I'm sorry. I don't, when I say things about the past, I don't know. I've been trying to change it to where I say I or me. But, like, I still say sometimes, oh, yeah, this one time we did this. Because we were both addicts in our own way. So we were constantly together. He had no job. He leached off of me. Like, other than when he went on his drug hiatuses and would take off for, like, weeks or months or whatever, we saw each other like every day, even when he was living with another woman and we weren't sleeping together, we were just friends or whatever. We still saw each other almost every day. Like, so yeah, I don't know. It was a very pivotal part of my life. It was a giant chunk of my life. Okay, I've knew him since 2001. We went through a lot of stuff together. We almost had a kid together. We got married. We went to Mexico. Like, I lost like 3 cars with him. So yeah, it was a very, very, I don't know always. I'm trying to become more self-aware and change my habits. And when I say things, I try to say I or me. But we still slips out sometimes, or something happens on a TV or a movie and it flashes back and I'm like, oh my God. And he'll look at me, oh, what? I go, well, that just reminded me of something my ex used to always say, or always do, like, and it's like, oh. So, yeah. And, and another thing, And then he's like, this is gonna be a 45-minute video. I'm sorry. But another thing, why is it so hard to believe that us big people, and I'm not gonna just stick to girls, us big people can find love for who we are, for our personalities? You know, oh, Feline is just using Amber. Sala is just using Chantel. I'm trying to call you Chantel now, not Beauty. Sorry. And why is it so hard to believe that we can't just be loved for who we are? Why do we have to be being used? Why is there always some kind of catch to our relationship? Like, I don't know. Why is it? I mean, and then when they compare us to each other, okay, so we don't have separate personalities. We don't have different dreams. We don't have different goals. We don't have different likes and dislikes. And because I have a tattoo right here, apparently, I'm just like Chantel. Like, no, she likes cats. Anyways, I like dogs. I used to be a cat person, but you know, like, I don't know what kind of music she likes. Amber Lynn, you know, like, they compare me to her too, and it's like, I don't like half the stuff she likes. She likes colors. She dresses great. Okay, don't get me wrong, but she's always got bright, shiny colors on, and I'm like. And plus, I'm sorry if this offends you, she's a self-hating fatty. And fat's not a bad word. I call myself fat all the time, okay? I'm not trying to insult you. But she really has hang-ups about her weight, which I get. Some people are like that, you know? Like, I feel like she would have an easier time maybe with weight loss if she learned to accept herself more. I watch her videos and sometimes my heart hurts because I feel like she takes what people are saying to heart, and I feel like maybe all her life she's had somebody who's putting her on diets and making her feel less than because of her weight. And that is me just being a Karina and jumping to conclusions or assumptions and stuff, okay? So, but that I remember when my ex and my aunt would put these things in my head, and I kind of was ashamed of the way I look. Like, I always wore big clothes when I was younger. I've always been fat. My aunt would always try to put me on diets. She would always try to get me to eat different. She would always try to make me somebody I wasn't. And I think the best thing I've ever done was move far away and kind of set boundaries. And that was my first relationship with poor boundaries, because she was like a father figure growing up. After my dad went to prison. Even before my dad went to prison, my mom would be like, don't make me tell your aunt on you. Oh, don't make me call your aunt. She taught me how to drive. You know, she tried to teach me which spoon was which. She tried to teach me all that stuff about being a proper lady and proper etiquette and all that. And, you know, she told me I couldn't live in a van by the river, to buy a house, to go to college, all this stuff. I mean, yes, I'm living in the house that I own. And trust me, right now with these rent prices, I am so glad we own this. Okay. But, and you know, it is nice because I got to build the attachment, or I got to, you know, make the studio and have my mom live here in her, I don't want to say it, you know, a little red-eyed here, you know, in her golden years. You know, well, I mean, when she moved in, it's quite astonishing because the doctor had told her she'd probably be dead within a year. And since she's moved in, since she's moved in, her blood sugar and her A1C has gone down. Her liver is functioning better. Her kidneys are functioning better. She's lost, God, what is it? Like 60 pounds. She still can't walk very well, and she's still on oxygen 24/7. But, you know, she's doing a lot better. And she's been here two years now? I'm sorry. Okay. But she's been here 2 years now. So, you know, and eventually, when that happens, I probably will sell this place and move. Probably will buy an RV or a van or bus or something. We do have the bus, but there's issues with it. It doesn't run, and the tires are weird. Very hard to find tires. If you know anything about split rim tires, split axle tires, no, split rim tires. So I really either want him to convert the tires or sell this one and get a new one. Anyways, okay. Compose yourself. This might even be more than 45 minutes. And I'm sorry. I know some of you love long video stuff. So this is a special treat for you guys. Happy Saturday. Merry Christmas. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Actually, there's a pause button. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose.